Alright, so today we're going to do a quick video of a mock meeting with a couple before the wedding. So this is our planning meeting. The goal is to show you how to do this in the most efficient way. The planning meeting is there for two reasons. One, to get the information we need, and two, to make the couple feel comfortable going into the wedding and to feel comfortable with you as their DJ. What we're looking for is to achieve both those things in the quickest possible time, really. So basically we always want to be like pleasant, make them feel comfortable, not feel rushed, but at the same time, you want to use the time the best to get that information from them. And we try and strive a good balance between kind of pushing them towards making a decision, but also making sure that you're not like overly pushy and that they feel comfortable at the same time. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy the video and this mock planning meeting and get some tips and tricks there as well. All right, Jenna and Gio, so thank you for coming by today. We're gonna try and get like as much information as possible so that we can basically, by the end of the day, hopefully have this kind of checked off your list and you know music is taken care of and you guys got nothing to worry about. Did you guys get a chance to check out the planning form at all as yet?
No, we didn't.
No problem, no problem. So don't worry. So I'm going to open it up now and I'm going to edit it as we go. And then you guys still have the link to that. So anything we don't decide today, I'm going to put in red. And then you guys will know that's your kind of homework to go back and check that out. But again, the goal is we can try and get as much done as possible. Okay, cool. So first off, I only have your guys' first names. What are your last names?
Henao is the last name.
Okay, cool. For Gio?
Yes.
How do I spell that?
H-E-N-A-O.
Okay, got it. And Jenna?
Beck, B-A-I-K.
B-A-I-K. Okay, perfect. All right, perfect. Good to have that. Perfect. So you guys, we're going to be doing the ceremony and we're going to help out with all the music and microphones for that. Do you guys know what kind of music you'd be looking for as guests arrive?
I would say something like light to kind of get that chill atmosphere. We're going to have quite a mix of guests from like our parents to our friends.
That's very important. Yeah, we want to make sure we don't alienate the older guests.
Okay, cool.
So a mix of everything.
Nice. So like usually people for pre-ceremony do either like kind of like Jack Johnson acoustic kind of beachy sound, or like there's a group called the Vitamin String Quartet and they do like classical music, like they do pop songs like classical.
Is it possible to combine both maybe?
I love that. Right, so I'll make a note of that. So we're going to do kind of like Vitamin String Quartet and acoustic music too.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, awesome. So now everyone's arrived, we got everyone in their seats, and then we are going to do the songs that you will walk down the aisle to, so the processional music. So usually what we're going to do is have one song for all the bridesmaids, groomsmen, family members, or whoever's coming down first, and then Jenna, we'll have one song for you when you walk down. Okay? So kind of two songs total. Do you have a preference on song as your family members will walk down?
You know, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
we haven't looked into any of this.
No worries. So, I mean, I can put it in red, but yeah, I mean, usually like it could be, again, like a kind of instrumental type thing, something you might...
What are typical songs that are played?
Any kind of like love song, you know, 1,000 Years by Christina Perry, or, you know that song?
Yeah, I've heard that one at a few weddings.
Perfect, that's a great song. Do you want me to put that down for now and then we can change it later if you decide?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, cool. And then Jenna, have you thought about what song you want to walk down the aisle to?
No, but I think I'm pretty open.
Okay. Well, that's usually
suggestions.
that's usually like a little bit of like a personal one.
Okay.
So maybe pick something that's like really special to you. So for now, I'm going to put it in red on here, and then you know you can like think about it. There is like links to playlists on here as well. So if you are like super stuck and want some suggestions, you can do that too.
Okay.
And then, is the officiant? Is it someone you've hired, or is it going to be a friend?
It's gonna be a friend.
Okay, cool. Do you know their name?
Sid.
Sid. Okay, cool. Yeah, usually it's just, if it's a friend, it's good for me to like grab them before and like sound check and stuff with them too.
Okay.
Are you going to be doing anything else during the ceremony? Any special readings or like sand pouring or like tying your hands together or anything like that?
We might do like a Korean tradition.
Okay, cool. I would usually just say like during the ceremony, if you do like go to the side to like do anything, because it's so quiet, like if there's no music in the background, it gets a little like kind of feels a little awkward, like there's a little like chill in the air type thing.
Sense, yeah.
So like usually just having like something on in the background, like instrumental work. So I could use like vitamin string quartet stuff, that kind of like classical sounding. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
that'll be fine.
And we're gonna have like a fun upbeat song as you guys exit.
Exit, yeah.
Yeah, so like, so yeah, like I said, this is usually like really fun, upbeat song as you guys leave. Have you guys thought about that
Do you
yet?
have any in mind for that?
No, I'll have to get back to you on that one too.
Sometimes people like Stevie Wonder, Signed, Sealed, Delivered, or like Bob Marley,
Sure.
Could You Be Loved, or Hall & Oates, You Make My Dreams Come True. Let me just put that in for now, because then if you guys don't make a decision, right? At least we've got something in there. You don't have to worry or stress about it. But we can change it for sure.
I do want to get back to you on that though.
Okay, cool.
Just in case.
Perfect. As you see, we kind of just discussed the ceremony. A few of the areas they'd thought about a little bit of the music, but hadn't really made a decision. So I tried to push them towards making the decision for the kind of stuff that doesn't matter a huge amount, like the pre-ceremony music, maybe their recessional song. But for the bride's song, that is something a little bit more personal. So I kind of left that with them so they could make a decision and put that in red on their documents. So it's very clear to you as the DJ when you open this what songs you're missing, and to the couple when they come back and look at it. There were times when they kind of were leaning towards one song, but maybe wanted some more time to think about it. I always recommend put that song down as like a placeholder, because ultimately, like, the less they have to go away and do, the less they feel like they've got homework. So just having a song in place there is beneficial to everyone as well. Okay, cool. So then we move to cocktail hour. Cocktail hour, again, you want it to be like fairly mellow, but also like people have just seen you get married, they're grabbing a drink. Like it's kind of, you want it to be fun at the same time. So, I like stuff like maybe like a tropical house type playlist, or like some upbeat reggae, or like just more of the kind of like chill acoustic stuff, but a little bit more upbeat. So have you got any ideas there? Like what would you play around the house or when you're having a barbecue?
Chill to upbeat for sure.
Okay, cool.
Actually, this is where I think we could play maybe some house music. I know like Justin J is an artist that we like.
Justin J?
Most definitely.
Nothing
Okay,
like
cool.
deep or crazy, like we're at a techno club.
Yeah. So like the kind of tropical house type vibe?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Two.
specific.
And then is there anything else going on during cocktail hour? Everyone just hanging out, grabbing drinks?
Yeah, just
Cool.
hanging out.
Are you guys going to go and take some pictures during that time, or are you going to join cocktail hour?
Oh, we're gonna be joining cocktail hour.
Then we invite everyone to head over to the reception area, and we would usually then do some kind of like grand entrance. Are you having bridesmaids and groomsmen?
We are.
Okay, perfect.
Most of
Would you like to include those guys in the introductions, or do you just want you guys to be introduced?
In the introductions, right? Or let's say in the introduction
Okay.
for now.
Alright, perfect. It's kind of fun, like if you have a fun crowd, like, and we can play some upbeat music, they'll kind of dance their way in and that kind of thing. So usually before we do that, so everyone's in their seats, we have you guys on your bridal party off to the side, we're going to introduce you guys in a minute. Just to kind of like get everyone excited, and usually it's kind of fun to do like what we call a pre-grand entrance, where we would just kind of maybe give a shout out to your parents. So usually I say something like, hey ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming. We're just about to introduce our bride and groom. Before we do so, we want to recognize a few people. And then I might just like announce your parents, and they stand up in their seats, and everyone kind of gives them a round of applause.
that.
Okay?
Sounds amazing.
Cool. So Gianna, what are your parents' names?
Sue, S-O-O.
S-O-O? Yeah.
And then Victor.
Okay, cool. And Sue and Victor are like together?
No, they're not.
Okay, cool. So how would you think I should announce them separately, or is announcing them together okay?
Announcing them together is fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I can announce it as Jenna's parents, Sue and Victor.
Yeah, maybe Jenna's mother, Sue, and then Jenna's father.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'll do it that way. So they kind of do it separately. And then Gio, your parents' names?
Leonor
Leonor. Okay, cool.
and Hernando.
Hernando.
Yes.
And they together?
They
Also
are
not
not.
together.
Okay. So should I do Gio's mum, Leonor, and dad, Hernando?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, cool. So then we move to the bridal party. Do you want to do, most people do like just first names and have them come in pairs. So, and basically on the form, there's a space to fill in all the names. We can do it now, or if you don't know the exact order, then you guys can fill it in for me later.
Yeah, we'll do that later because we're not sure of the order yet.
Yeah, the order might change a little bit.
Okay, cool. And then sometimes your wedding planner will get that for me too. So I'm just gonna put that in red right now as well. So one thing, like as your bridal party come in, we're going to have like a really fun song in the background. You know, like something you think your friends would be into, or just like today's like top hit. So like Dua Lipa, something like The Weeknd, something like that. Just something that like everyone hears all the time on the radio, and they're going to have a lot of fun kind of coming into.
Old school hip hop.
And some disco too, so there's a
Some
mix
disco.
of everything.
Okay. Yeah, hip hop's fun for like the grand end. Like this is just we want a fun song to have fun with. So like Bring 'Em Out by T.I. Anything just like fun and upbeat. So like if you were doing hip hop, like Big Pimpin' by Jay-Z, or T.I. Bring 'Em Out, or Usher Yeah, or anything by like Calvin Harris is fun. Something like
Calvin
that.
Harris.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah.
How about We Found Love by Calvin Harris with Calvin Harris and Rihanna? Is it a good one?
I can do that one.
And then it's going to be your guys' turn.
Okay.
So how would you like to be introduced? We could, Jenna, are you taking Gio's name?
Yes, I am.
Hanau, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you could be Mr. and Mrs. Hanau, or Mr. and Mrs. Gio and Jenna Hanau, or sometimes people like to be very traditional and do Mr. and Mrs. Gio Hanau.
Mr. and Mrs. Hanau.
I agree with that.
Okay,
Yes,
Okay,
Mr.
cool.
and Mrs. Hanau would be great.
And then, do you have a song you guys would want to come into? So kind of similar, like fun, upbeat song.
You know, I had a couple in mind, but I'd like to walk you through that because you know we hadn't actually sat down to do this yet.
Yeah, definitely. I'll put it in red, and then you guys will know to kind of circle back on that as well. Also, with that song, like I'm going to cut to the most fun part of the song. So I'm going to introduce you as Mr. and Mrs. Hanau, and then like go right to the chorus of that song. So don't worry about it if it's got like an intro you're not stoked with or anything like that. And then, do you think you guys are going to come in and do your first dance right from the grand entrance?
Yeah.
Cool.
That sounds like it will flow.
I like that. Yeah, it works. Your wedding planner might have some other, notes there too, but we can
Right.
circle back on that. But
Okay.
and then, do you know what song you're going to do your first dance to?
I tend to lean towards the classics, you know,
Okay.
something Sinatra or something like that. But
Cool.
Again,
Yeah, The Way You Look Tonight, Frank Sinatra's fun, but like with first dance, obviously it's kind of personal, so I can leave that with you if you guys
Yeah,
want to
let's think about
Also
that one. We
review.
haven't thought about it.
For the first dance, most people, like, unless you're getting something like doing like dance lessons and doing like the choreography, most people aren't going to dance like the full song. So usually about like a minute 30, 2 minutes, I just like fade the song down at a nice point in the song. Is that going to be okay?
Yeah, that's
we
what
don't
we're
want
gonna.
to
Yeah.
bore people.
So after that, I'll then invite you guys to like go find your seats. Do you know if you want to include any like welcome prayer, like blessing dinner, or anything like that before we head into dinner?
Probably just like a thank you to like for everyone coming.
So basically what I'll do before I invite you guys to find your seats, I'll say, ladies and gentlemen, one more time for the bride and groom, and then I'll walk up and hand you a microphone, and then I'll say, and before we get started with dinner, they have a few words for you guys, and then you can kind of thank everyone for coming, and then hand the mic back to me, and then go find your seats.
Perfect.
Great.
Awesome. And then we head into dinner. So usually for like dinner music, like I start off with like the kind of classics like Frank Sinatra, that kind of stuff. And then as dinner rolls on, you just want it to kind of like pick up the pace a little bit, get people kind of moving in their seats, getting ready to party. So usually like kind of like Motown stuff, like a little bit of kind of like upbeat, like indie type stuff. Does that sound like it might work for dinner?
I think so.
Yeah,
Okay,
maybe
perfect.
like similar to the playlist of when people are coming in.
Just quickly discuss dinner music, and you might have noticed I didn't really give them too much of a choice. I just kind of told them what I usually play, and usually after doing that, they kind of go, oh, okay, that sounds good, and I just put that in there. That one saves us a step of, coming back to that if they were undecided. Also makes my life as a DJ easier because I have that playlist ready to go, and they've kind of said that sounds good, so I know I can just play that exact playlist at the wedding. Awesome. And then during dinner, we would do some speeches and toasts as well. Have you decided who's going to be speaking as yet?
The bridesmaid, groomsmen, our parents possibly.
So we've probably got about four or five.
4 to 6.
4 to 6. Okay, cool. Sometimes I recommend them maybe do like split them up and do a few before dinner and a few at end of dinner. So maybe like your parents could speak as like welcome speeches before everyone gets their food, and then your friends could do like the speeches towards the end. If it's just going to be 4, then I think doing them all at the end is totally fine as well. Okay, so Jenna's mum Sue, then Jenna's father Victor. How about we do like the mums, and I think it's kind of nice to alternate as well. So
Yeah.
let's do
We could do
that.
that.
So Jenna's mum Sue and Gio's mum Leonor,
Yes.
and then so it'll be your best man and maid of honor speaking.
Yes.
Okay, and is she like your sister or just best friend or?
Best friend.
Okay, cool. And then best man Gio,
Might be Felipe for now.
Felipe. Is he brother or just best friend?
Oh, best friend.
And then after we do the speeches, then usually using like the parent dances is a great way to then open the dance floor. So we'd say, okay, now ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the dance floor. We're going to invite Jenna and Victor out for like the father-daughter dance. Okay? Do you know what song you want to dance to your dad with as yet? Or?
You know, I actually want to ask my dad on this one.
All right, and then we just kind of usually then like invite everyone out to join you guys, and that's a very easy way to kind of get everyone from their seats heading out to the dance floor, and then it's just kind of party time from there. So for the cake cutting, like there's going to be a song in the background. It really doesn't matter too much. Like if you want to pick it out, you can, or usually I can just play something like Sugar by Maroon 5 or like some kind of song in the background as you cut the cake.
Yeah, whatever you think
Something
is best
nice
on that one.
Okay, cool. Awesome. And then for the bouquet toss, like most people do like Beyonce, Single Ladies, because it's like perfect for that. Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. It's cool. I like it because it kind of just makes everyone like know right away. Oh, it's the bouquet toss time.
Right.
All right, cool. So going back to like dancing, I know you mentioned earlier you got like a kind of like mixed crowd. You got like older guests, younger guests, that kind of stuff. So usually like what works best is like right at the start you want to get everyone out, everyone dancing. So the disco, like that's going to work great. Like Motown, soul, funk, disco, all that stuff early on. And then as the night goes on, then I want to start gradually working in the stuff that is going to be more specific for you and your friends. So more something like the house music and the stuff you guys will party to when you guys are together as well. If you've got like a list, usually it's good if you kind of like just like a random 20, 30 songs on Spotify of like songs you guys love, and then I can kind of use that as a guide. And then I always say like, if any of those songs are like total must plays or like, you know, often in a group of friends, there's like one song you play at every party, or when you play, everyone goes crazy. Like it's great for me to know that, so I don't like not get to that one, or you know, I can time it right. I want to time that when everyone's on the dance floor. But like you and your friends, like your kind of music is kind of house type vibe, like fun EDM type thing, or are you more like hip
Not
hop?
EDM, but house.
Okay, cool.
Yes, house.
What about like the kind of like 90s, 2000s throwback hip hop? Like, I think that
Yeah, I think that would be great.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then I know you mentioned like no top 40, so stuff like Bruno Mars and The Weeknd stuff you want to kind of avoid as well.
Yeah, if we can. I mean, one or two songs just to get the beat going, I guess, is fine, but
Okay, cool.
I prefer not to.
And then do you have a preference on like last song of the night, or?
Yeah, we're open.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Is there going to be any like after party, or is everyone heading somewhere that I can kind of announce?
Most definitely an after party.
Okay, cool. So after party back at the hotel or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll let you know the details on that after party, but yeah, most definitely there will be one.
Do you guys, and so that's kind of all the music stuff, and obviously we'll go back and add some stuff. So I just got like a few more questions like logistics and stuff. So do you guys have a wedding planner?
We don't right at this moment.
Okay,
No.
cool. So not as yet. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you do hire one, just kind of loop her in with me via email. So
Yeah,
we can-
my friend's just kind of been helping, so I've been looking up vendors and
Cool.
my friend's helping.
Usually as well, like just if there's someone who's going to be a good day of contact for me. Honestly, we're usually like good to go. We don't need to bother anyone, but like obviously you guys, we don't want to have to worry you about anything on the day.
Okay.
And then also on here, like for your venue, if there's a venue contact, just add that in here just so we can kind of check in with them to go over it and anything. And then the last few bits is really just kind of like bonus information. If they do have a coordinator, venue contact, if they can give us any information about setups, tables and linens, all that stuff, it's just gonna help us out. If the couple don't have that, it's really no big deal. We'll just use this opportunity to maybe grab a little bit more info that will help out as we prepare for the event. But like I said, if you don't get that info, no problem. And then also I went over their additional options. So for the venue, so ceremony, cocktail hour, reception, are they all happening in one area or are they kind of different locations?
So ceremony is going to be outside and the reception will be inside.
Okay, cool. And cocktail hours inside as well?
Yes.
In the same area as the reception?
Yes.
Perfect. Cool. And it looks like you guys have the photo booth booked with us too. Have you guys accessed your portal to like start working on the design of the photo booth as yet?
No, not yet.
No worries. So just know like it's in here, so you just click that link, enter your email and the password's in here as well, and you can start going in and choosing like what text you want, what layout you want, and everything like that.
Okay.
Did you guys decide if you did want to add the uplights or any of the live music, or is that something you guys still.
I think still thinking about the live music.
So this is just a link at the end of your planning document, so you can go anytime and click to add that, or if you want, we can add it now. It's kind of up to you guys. If you want to add it, you just select that, and then we add it to your final invoice. And then basically, usually for the live musicians, they have a set list which we can send over and you can pick songs from. But usually, again, it's going to be they can either do a mix of like just classical songs or like modern songs as a quartet, or they can do a mix of classical and modern.
Okay.
So yeah, so I think we pretty much covered most of it today. There's like 5 songs you guys need to pick out, and that's all in red on this document.
Okay.
So you should have the link to this in your portal, and then, like I said, all the information for your photo booth, and if you do want to add any of those options, it's going to be there as well.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Cool. So what I'll plan to do is I'll plan just to like check in again on like what I usually do like the Monday before. I'll like come back and open this up and see if you guys have like finished up with this stuff, and if not, maybe we can just hop on a call just to kind of go over it and just fill in the gaps.
Okay.
And then it's up to you, like if you find it easy to open up the document and add songs in, do that. If it's easier just to like email us and say, hey, we decided on our first dance song, you can do it that way too.
Okay. That
Sound
sounds
good?
good.
Awesome, so I hope that was kind of helpful. I mean, as a rule, if you can get that planning meeting, so by the end of that planning meeting, this document is set, you know as a DJ, you don't have to follow up with them again, you don't have to do another phone call, you don't have to do another meeting. Makes your life so much easier, and the couples usually appreciate it as well, because they literally walk out and they go, okay, great, all my music's taken care of. So that's the goal. Obviously it's not always achievable, and you don't want to push the couple into stuff they don't feel comfortable with, but definitely you can be as efficient as possible if you just keep those 2 things in mind. One, you want to get all the information, and you want to make them feel comfortable, so finding the right balance between those is the key.